Okay? All right? Here's how all this ends. It's this simple. Okay? Because I'm done with this now. All right? No, I'm not going to Duty Stream. Duty Stream can kiss my ass. Okay? Um, Here's the deal. All right? Here's how we end it. You gave me, you promised me one thing, you gave me something else, right? I thought from what I was doing when I was sitting there that it actually was legit. It was not. It was 100% coming from the wrong direction. Only talk to detractors. You know, it was really, really disingenuous what Craig and his people did there to me, okay? And the thing is, you know, I'll be honest with you guys. Do you want to know the truth? This was all expected. 100%. It was. Um, Basically what I wanted to do, this is similar to last year, which we didn't talk about, which I said I wanted to talk about on that interview and they never brought it up. This is incredibly similar to the situation where I had car repairs last year and I wanted to test the waters and see, depending on what I mentioned to you guys publicly, what would happen, correct? So last year my car broke down. I mentioned it on a stream, and basically what happened is all of my detractors used their bullshit, you know, identity theft information, okay? Um, and basically, what I've seen is, again, the more information you give, they'll do whatever, and they hurt me. They actually used identity theft to find the documentation of the car repair that I did. Did it matter? No, it didn't matter at all, right? You know, it had no purpose, but it was a test. If I just give a little bit of information out, what will happen? What happened is people use identity theft for no good reason to try to find out all my shit online. All right? So, the test was successful. And that's what I said. It's like, man, if I give out my information or whatever, it doesn't even matter who I give it to. You know, it's going to backfire. But in the case of this interview, this was also a test. These guys were supposed to be, okay? These guys were supposed to be neutral. They told me they were neutral. Like, that was the thing. That was crazy. You know, coming in from neutral perspective, fair interview, and that's definitely not what it was. But I believed them. I was like, let's give this a shot, right? Right? Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. I told you, I went in, you know, did I trust Craig? Yeah, probably about 98%, but I always had this inkling in the back of my head that this is what it was going to be. I did. I had this inkling in the back of my head that that's exactly what it was going to be, all right? And that's exactly what it ended up being. It ended up being, we're going to do an interview, but then immediately benefit. And then what are we going to do? We're going to, the next day, crap on him for an entire stream. And just benefit again. Just to let the money keep rolling in. Literally, not knowing to read. You have people on your show crapping on me, know nothing about me, did zero research, right? But that's okay, as long as you make money, as long as the money's rolling in. Keep reading the super chats, right? So congratulations. Congratulations to Craig, right? You proved who you really are, along with your group there. You know, disingenuous, and it's messed up. It's pretty messed up, all right? Not once, you did not go into that interview even thinking that I was going to be innocent at any moment. You actually went in with all the preconceived notions from the detractors, all right? So it's fucked up. And it is what it is, but you know what? You live and you learn, right? And this was a test for me. It really was. It was a test to see what would happen if I did something like this. It went pretty much the worst that you could expect, right? Let's be honest here. Pretty much. But that's to be expected when it comes to me. No one giving me a fair shake or anything, right? So, it's this simple, all right? Because we're going to do a few shout-outs here in a second for contributions. I'll read through them. Moving forward, excuse me, all right? I have no aspirations to be in anyone's interview or anything like this about this shit, all right? At all. Zero. Because I don't know if I could trust anyone. If, you know, these guys were supposed to be neutral. How could I possibly be you know, trust anyone moving forward, right? It's just, it's crazy to think how it turned out after the fact, right? But I don't know. How could you trust anyone? It just seems everyone out there is just, they want to use me to get a rise, to get popularity, right? That's 1,000,000% that's what this is. And I've had it. I'm not going to let other people use me in their shit like this. You want to make content about me, then, you know, do it in your own content, your own streams or whatever. Crap on me nonstop. Profit is what it's all about, right? My misery is your benefit. I can't stop you from doing that. I can't. But I'm going to take the moral high ground. I'm going to make better content than that. I'm not going to be that. All right, moving forward. I haven't really focused on that to begin with. I'm not going to make my misery your misery my benefit, right? Moving forward, if I want to talk to someone, they're going to be on my show. You understand? So if someone actually, I have something interesting I want to speak to. Like, for example, I mentioned earlier, Review Tech USA is someone I would very much like to speak with and have a civil conversation about. Like just talking with this guy back and forth civilly about everything, about our history and the vitriol between us, and kind of squash the beef, because I actually feel like that's something I need to do. That's important right now. I think that would be something very productive that would help. You know what I'm saying? I would 1,000,000% do it if it means that at the very, very least, right? It's not going to be something that's then going to be turned into nonstop levels of profit for other people by exploiting me. And literally, it's what that was. This is exploitation. There's a difference between I did an interview and it was objective, and then the exploitation stream is the next day, where you make the money rolling in on it, on shitting on me the whole stream. And literally, everything you're saying is wrong. Oh, this about Phil, that about Phil. Wrong, wrong. Oh, he had nothing on the page. Page is right there. Everything's written, all my expenses. Like, everything you say is wrong. But that's fine, because you're on your show. There's no one to counter you. That was the most wrong thing that could have possibly happened. Literally. That was one of the most wrong things that you could have done, is had that show with no opportunity for me to counter any of it. That's just, I can't believe it. That was so backhand. So that you want to talk about, I'm in a pit of snakes. Are you kidding me? Really? After I give you 5.5 hours of my time, that's how you thank me? Wow. And all that money you made on that fucking show, right? The biggest show you've ever had, right? But that's how you do it. You have a whole show that's just crapping on me. Like, wow, amazing, right? Just stupendous. I defended them last night, saying that it was fair or whatever, right? Anyway, I'm done. This is the end of my stream. I'm going to do shout outs and we're going to get out of here. So, by the way, yes, I will, like I already said, I'm planning to have people here on DSP Reacts, have conversations with people. All right. I would love to have a conversation with Rich and maybe a few others. I already have a couple other people who I'm interested in and or lined up. And, that likely will happen. I don't know exactly when. With Rich, I'd actually like to do it soon, but I don't know, when that would happen. I'm sure he'll contact me. Yeah, I mean, there you have it. I'm done with this. This is the end of it. I'm happy now that, because again, the bait was set for this to happen. It happened. So now I know. I will never get a fair shake. It's never going to happen. There will never be a fair shake for Darkside Phil. People see too much in the possibility of benefiting from making fun of me, right? Than the offset of, oh, just do it fairly. So since the benefit outweighs the morality part of the equation, I won't put myself into the position of risk. You understand? There's no point. So I'm not going to do that any further. I'm just going to do my own content, and I'm going to have people on my show if they want to have conversations, and that's it. Fair enough? Like, that's done. I'm just not going to do nothing else. I'm not wasting my time. This is it. This is the end-all, be-all. I address the nonsense. You come on my stream, you bring up nonsense, you're out of here, right? I'm just done with it. I'm not putting up with any of this bullshit anymore, okay? It's just, I can't. I can't entertain your narrative of bullshit anymore. I just can't. I'm not...